Hey guys, welcome back to the Triangle 4 channel. I'm Jim, one of the Triangle 4. Um, we're a family of four in a town called Triangle in the middle of central upstate New York. Anyway, this video is about DE. No, not Delaware. Diatomaceous earth. And anybody who filters maple syrup with any kind of, seriousness, not that I'm that serious, knows what DE is. Now, is all DE the same? I thought it was. Oh, watch the shine off of that cue ball. So, what happened? We ran out. Alright, I'm going to back up a little further. We had DE left over from our first filter press that we bought 2 or 3 years ago. We just ran out this spring when we were doing our maple syrup. And okay, no big deal. You know, we've got these little canisters that we can keep it in, and we thought we'd filter it as we got time, and which when we got time ended up being after our first cutting of hay. Anyway, so it was after June. So my wife bought diatomaceous earth. Let's see. I don't know if you can see this because the camera may put it backwards. This is a fossil shell flower. Permagar diatomaceous earth. Anyway, it's made for farm animals. Great. Hey, my wife found it. It was inexpensive, and that's what we went with. We lost gallons of syrup. It about broke our hearts. We were ready just to give up. We didn't know if it was us, our machine, something had happened. We had sat, for a year since the last season. Then what? Well, we got reading on it. What the symptom was is the filter press would, it would start to filter, and very quickly the pressure just rose right up, and we wouldn't get any syrup out. And we were afraid of ruining the motor. That one had an electric motor on it. We tried it several times, several different batches. Long story short, what we read was many times animal grade, and nothing against this company. It's probably for its intended purposes, probably is a fantastic product. For us, for filtering maple syrup, it did not work. And we're pretty sure that was our problem. So the other problem was we had much too big a, boy am I shaking. I'm going to switch hands here. We had much too big a filter press for the small amount of syrup that we make. We make around 20 to 40 gallons a year, which is not a lot of syrup to make. It's for our little small farm family. We sell a bit, and it goes towards taxes on the land. That's all we really care. So, what did I get? I got a Smoky Lake maple, I think it's a, where is it there? It's got the hand press, so there's no motor to run on this one. I think we've got 3 of the plates that go in here to hold the DE, hold 7 filters anyway. And that came with this bucket of DE. Fantastic. Yeah, it was expensive. We're going to sell our other one and try to recoup some of the cost. Long story short, worked much better. Now, the first batch worked fantastic. And that was about 20 gallons because I think letting it sitting around, I don't know, plus we boiled it to a little bit higher consistency or whatever than you normally would, just so it would stay longer. We did have some sugar in the bottom, so we boiled it off to 219, I think. Yeah, anyway, it was just a little bit over, not a lot. Anyway, back to what I was doing. So the first batch that we did, worked great. You know, we were only able to get about 20 gallons through the filter because it was kind of a darker syrup and there were a lot of particles in there, particulates. And then we had to switch. Well, our next two batches, we had the same problem. We could not move this handle after just a couple squeezes. And we thought, what the heck? You know, we've got the new press, we've got the new DE. You know, what are we doing wrong? Back to Google, YouTube, whatever, doing some research. And what we found was we were putting the DE in, we were putting the proper amounts. It was 3 cups per plate as required. I think it was nine cups that they suggested. But we were mixing it right in our, you know, full 4 gallons. And it wasn't filling up the plates fully by the time it was trying to work its way through. And I've seen other people do this. That's what I don't get. I've watched the videos of people, you know, doing exactly what I just said and having no problem. But one of the things we read online was make a smaller batch, put all your DE in a pot, all 9 cups, and then slowly add enough syrup that looks like it would go through the press without being too thick, like pancakes. But anyway, that worked, and we did that for the rest of our filtering, never had a problem. We put that right into the filter first, you know, let it suck it right out of the pot, and didn't have a problem. So it wasn't the DE. After we got the press, this other DE I still think was, but so I hope that helps somebody. Now what you see behind me, this one, Dicolite, diatomite, boy, say that. We got this from our local, about 45 minutes away in DeRuyter, maple syrup supply store. And they said this was what everybody uses, and to go with that. So, you know, we're ready for next season, and we have high hopes. Anyway, so is all DE the same? I don't think it is. Do your research. I'm only telling you what we experienced. We're not perfect, and we've got a lot of learning to do. But I hope this helps somebody else. All right, have a good one.